If your blood sugar is still unpredictable, even though you're doing everything right, this might be the one mistake no one has ever pointed out to you, not your diet, not your medication, not even your exercise, something far more basic and dangerously overlooked. It's the way you drink water. And before you dismiss that as too simple to matter, stay with me, because what I'm about to show you could completely change the way your body handles blood sugar, starting from the very next morning. Most people think hydration just means drink more water, but your body doesn't work like a bucket you just keep filling. It works on timing, rhythm, absorption, signals. And when those signals are off, even slightly, your blood sugar can start behaving in ways that feel completely out of your control. You wake up in the morning, you check your numbers, and somehow they're higher than expected. Even though last night you ate carefully, you avoided sugar, you followed your routine perfectly. So what went wrong? Here's what most people don't realize. While you were sleeping, your body was slowly becoming dehydrated, hour by hour, without you noticing. Your blood became slightly thicker. Your circulation slowed just a little. Your cells became less responsive. And by the time you wake up, your body is already under subtle stress. Now add one more thing. You wake up, and instead of water, you go straight to coffee, or you delay drinking anything for an hour or more. What you've just done, without realizing it, is extend that dehydration window even further. And that's when the chain reaction begins, because dehydration doesn't just affect how you feel, it directly affects how your body handles glucose. When your body lacks proper hydration, your blood becomes more concentrated. That means glucose levels appear higher, even if you didn't eat anything wrong, but it goes deeper than that. Your cells rely on proper hydration to respond to insulin. When they're even slightly dehydrated, they become resistant, not dramatically, not in a way you can feel instantly, but just enough to push your numbers up, 5 points, 10 points, 15 points. And suddenly, your good control turns into confusion. You start questioning everything, your food, your routine, your discipline. But the real issue was never what you were eating. It was what your body was missing. Water at the wrong time. Let me paint a simple picture. Think of your bloodstream like a highway. Glucose is the traffic, insulin is the traffic controller, and water is what keeps everything flowing smoothly. Now imagine that highway during peak hours, but with lanes narrowing, traffic slows, cars pile up, everything becomes congested. That's exactly what happens when you're dehydrated. Glucose doesn't move efficiently, insulin struggles to do its job, and your numbers climb without any obvious reason. Now here's the part that changes everything. It's not just about drinking more water. It's about when and how you drink it. Because your body follows patterns. And when you give it water at the right moments, it responds almost immediately. The first and most powerful moment is right after you wake up. Before anything else, before coffee, before food, before even checking your phone, your body has just gone 7 to 8 hours without hydration. That's a long time. And during that time, multiple things have happened inside you. Your stress hormone levels naturally rise in the early morning. This is part of your body's internal clock. It's designed to wake you up, give you energy. But there's a side effect. That same hormone signals your liver to release stored glucose into your bloodstream. Now combine that with dehydration, and you get a sharper spike, a higher reading, a more frustrating start to your day. But something as simple as one glass of water at the right time can interrupt that entire process, not by force, not by medication, but by restoring balance. When you drink water first thing in the morning, you're doing more than just hydrating. You're diluting excess glucose in your bloodstream. You're improving circulation. You're helping insulin move more efficiently. You're calming that early morning stress response. And the difference can be visible within days, not dramatic overnight miracles, but consistent, steady improvement. And consistency is what matters most. Now let's talk about another critical moment. right before meals. Most people drink water randomly. Some drink during meals, some after, some forget entirely. But timing it just 15 minutes before eating changes everything because your body prepares for food in advance. It starts producing enzymes. It gets your digestive system ready. And when you drink a small amount of water before eating, you create a smoother environment for digestion. Food doesn't hit your system like a shock wave. It enters more gradually. Glucose is released more slowly, and your body has time to respond. Instead of a spike, you get a curve. Instead of chaos, you get control. This is where many people unknowingly struggle. They eat the right foods, but still experience spikes, and it leaves them confused because no one told them that timing water could influence how those foods behave inside the body. Now there's another mistake that quietly makes things worse. Drinking large amounts of water all at once. It feels productive. You grab a big glass, drink it quickly, and feel like you've done something good. But your body doesn't absorb water that way. It processes it in stages. When you drink too much at once, a large portion passes through without actually hydrating your cells. It's like pouring water over dry soil too quickly. Most of it runs off. Very little gets absorbed, but when you sip slowly, consistently, throughout the day, your body actually uses it. Your cells receive it, your system stabilizes, and your blood sugar reflects that stability. Now let's talk about temperature, because this is something almost no one considers. Cold water feels refreshing, especially in warm weather, but when you drink ice-cold water, especially in the morning or around meals, your blood vessels constrict, they tighten, and when that happens, circulation becomes less efficient. Insulin has a harder time reaching cells. Glucose movement slows down, and again, the effect is subtle, but real. On the other hand, their room temperature or slightly warm water keeps everything relaxed, open, flowing. It supports the natural movement inside your body instead of working against it. Now imagine combining all of this. You wake up and hydrate immediately. You support your system before your first meal. You drink small amounts consistently instead of large amounts randomly. You avoid extreme temperatures that disrupt your circulation. What you've done is create an environment where your body can actually function the way it's supposed to. And when your body functions properly, your blood sugar becomes easier to manage. Not perfect, not effortless, but noticeably more stable, more predictable, less frustrating. There's another layer to this that most people miss completely. Electrolytes. Water alone isn't always enough. Your cells don't just need fluid, they need balance. Minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium help your body absorb and use water effectively. Without them, hydration is incomplete. That's why a tiny pinch of natural salt in your morning water can make a difference. Not enough to taste strongly, just enough to support absorption. And when your cells absorb water properly, everything improves. Energy levels, mental clarity, circulation, and yes, blood sugar control. Now let's talk about something people rarely connect to hydration: fatigue. That constant tired feeling, even when you've slept enough. Many people assume it's age or diabetes itself, but often it's simply dehydration at the cellular level. When your cells don't receive enough water, they can't produce energy efficiently, so you feel sluggish, heavy, drained, and when energy drops, everything else becomes harder. Staying active, making good choices, maintaining routines. It all feels like effort, but when hydration improves, energy begins to return, gradually, naturally. And that alone can change how you experience your entire day. Now here's what happens when you follow a structured hydration pattern consistently. In the first few days, you'll notice something simple. You'll be going to the bathroom more often. That's normal. Your body is adjusting, rebalancing, flushing out what it doesn't need. By the end of the first week, something more interesting happens. Your morning readings start to stabilize, not dramatically, but noticeably. Instead of wide fluctuations, you begin to see patterns, more consistency. By the second week, your energy improves. You feel more steady throughout the day, less crashing, less brain fog, and your post-meal readings become easier to predict. By the third and fourth week, you start trusting your routine again because your body is responding. Not perfectly, but reliably. And that reliability brings confidence. It removes that constant uncertainty, that feeling of what am I doing wrong? Because now things start making sense. And when things make sense, they become manageable. This is not a miracle fix. It's not a replacement for medication. It's not a shortcut. It's a foundation, a missing piece that supports everything else you're already doing. And sometimes that missing piece is all it takes to shift things in the right direction. So here's what matters most. Start simple. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, drink a full glass of water, take your time, let your body receive it, then continue your day with awareness. Before meals, to add a small glass. Throughout the day, sip instead of chugging. Keep it consistent, keep it steady, and watch what happens, not just in your numbers, but in how you feel. Because when your body is supported at the most basic level, everything else begins to work better. Now, I want you to be honest with yourself for a moment. Have you been drinking water? Or have you just been assuming you're hydrated? And starting tomorrow, are you actually going to change the way you drink it? Tell me in the comments.